Hi, my name is Alejandro Peña. In this video, you are going to learn how to start a business in Hermosillo. We are going to talk about the procedures to be performed before to start a business, where you have to go, how long it takes, and how much it costs. Also, we are going to talk about the financing for new businesses, the differences options that we have, and the difference between them. First, you have to know which kind of business you want to start. In this case, we decide to start a retail trade of meat. The first part is the constitution. Constitution of company to the Ministry of Economy. The process is through internet access. Is required to create an account on the website www.tuempresa.gov.mx and have the advanced electronic signature of tax administration. The response time is 2 days. The validity is 180 calendar days. The format is electronic means and it has no cost. Is the use of permits for the constitution of companies. Procedure to inform the Ministry of Economy authorities the permit was used by constitution of society or change in corporate name. Response time not applicable. Validity indefinite. Format electronic means. Cost it doesn't have cost. Registry of Property and Trade, in which the registration of the Constitute Act with Public Registry of Property and State Right is done. Response time variable between 24 hours and 48 hours. Validity indefinite. Format request. Cost variable depending on the type of the company. The Federal Taxpayers Registry, a step through which perform registration with the Ministry of Finance and Public Credit to effect compliance with applicable tax obligation. The response time is variable, the validity indefinite, the format annex the appropriate activity by regime. Cost free. Now the second part, the start and operation of the business. Quick starting business system. One office for the attention of procedures for starting micro, small, and medium enterprises under public risks. License and land use approval and ratification proposed DARF. Land use option, evidence of zoning, building permits, license for commercial, industrial, and public service, and others. Starting business center, center that allows procedures for opening a company in charge of the state government according to the risks and business activity that aims to develop. Do the state taxpayers registry, registration and enrolling of acts, constituencies, notice of operation, summary of performance, and others. Business registration with the IMSS and Infonavit. The employer should register as the workers in the statutory scheme comply with the provision of the Social Security Act. In so doing, will be automatically registered with the Infonavit. Response time immediately. Validity indefinite. Format the corresponding according the fiscal regime of the stand and the activities performed. Cost free. Constitution of the Joint Committee Training, a step by which the constitution of the joint training in the Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare is integrated, represented immediately. Validity annual review, format DC1, and cost-free. Expedition System Administration and Safety at Work, a step voluntary employed to prove by the Labor Authority and its security management system at work. Response time 40 calendar days. Cost is free. Validity a year. Approval of plans and programs of training, a step through which the plans and training programs companies in the Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare are approved. Responsive time, the process is immediate resolution when the application is made in person. Validity, plan and effective program for 4 years. Format DC2 and cost free. To the Mexican Enterprise Information System, a step to be performed by industrial, commercial, and service to register with the Mexican Business Information System companies. Response time immediately. Validity annual, informal, DCM.
Hello, my name is Maria Bravo and I'm going to talk about the financing process. I will tell you 10 private and non-profit institutions in which you can get the funding to start up a business in Mexico. The first one is Santander. This bank offers supercredit business. It's designed for small taxpayers requiring working capital payment to suppliers, raw material purchasing, inventory, etc. It offers an amount up to 200,000 pesos. It also offers agile credit coverage, a credit to replace the credit with suppliers, purchase inputs, and lower operating costs, with amounts from 50,000 to 4 million pesos. The second institution is the HSBC Bank, that offers the HSBC card companies for individuals with business activities that need working capital, with amounts from 10,000 to 2.5 million pesos. The next one is Compartamos Banco. This offers the merchant credit for groups of 5 to 8 people who need short-term capital to invest in their businesses, with loans from 3,000 to 30,000 pesos. It also offers Grow Your Business credit for working capital short, medium, and long term, supply, invest, expand your business, purchase equipment or raw material, with loans from 8,000 to 100,000 pesos. The next institution is Banorte Financial Group, that offers Crediactivo Banorte, a credit from small and medium enterprises for working capital, purchase of machinery, warehouses, transport equipment, construction, technological development, and environmental improvement, with loans from 100,000 to 14 million pesos. The next bank is Bancomer, that offers Micronegocios Credit Card, an online credit current account for people with business activity, with loans from 20,000 to 300,000 pesos. Another credit is the Credit Equipment, a credit to purchase machinery, equipment, and the transportation of it, with amounts according to the ability to pay. The last Bancomer credit is the Working Capital Credit. It's a credit for purchase inventories of slow recovery or increased expenses, with amounts according to the ability to pay. The next institution is the Ministry of Economy, with the Seed Capital Program for small and medium enterprises. It's a financing for startup and early-stage businesses from an incubated project. For technology and traditional businesses, have loans from 50,000 to 500,000 pesos, and for high-tech projects, have loans from 200,000 to 1.5 million pesos. The Ministry of Economy also has the National Microenterprise Program. In the first stage, the Ministry of Economy subsidized 80% of cost training and 90% of consulting. The entrepreneur invests only 1,660 pesos for both services. In the second stage, the graduates on training and consulting can participate in the process to access funding for new equipment. The next organization is the Financial ASP, that offers the service que impulsa tu negocio for the urban sector employers with productive activities that requires an agile and timely handling of their credit line, with loans from 26,000 to 50,000 pesos. Another institution is Fincomún Sofipo, that offers the productive loan. There is a capital to invest in remodeling, purchase of machinery or raw material, with amounts from 3,000 to 30,000 pesos. The last institution is Premo Sofom, with a credit for working capital. It's designed from small and medium enterprises owners that require working capital and lack the attention from commercial banks, with loans from 300,000 to 3 million pesos. Now we're going to talk about the do and don'ts that you have to consider when you're doing business with Mexicans. The first thing that you have to know is that family is very important in Mexico. Personal friendships are a key to do business. Be courteous and diplomatic in your communication. Business appointments can be made for breakfast between 8 and 10 a.m. or for lunch. Be on time for appointments but expect delays. And presentation should focus on common goals and mutual advantage.
The don'ts. Don't compromise too soon in negotiation. Mexicans are warm and friendly and like close personal distance and the touching of shoulder or arms. Do not look your conversational partner directly into the eyes, and the Mexicans are sensitive to status.
After this information, we conclude that it's not that complicated to start a business in Hermosillo. According to Doing Business Indicator, Mexico is the number 48 in the world rankings in the opening business theme, with an average of 6 procedures, 6 days, and 19.7% of income per capita to start the operations of a new business. I hope this information will be useful for you. Thank you.